Okay, today we're going to do decimal review. This is page 113 of your math journal. Okay, the first thing we need to review is add and subtract decimal numbers. Okay, when you add or subtract decimals, you have to make sure to line up the decimals. So let's say you have this example, 14.23 plus 1.3 plus 7. Okay, and the other example we're going to do is 10 minus 6.2. Okay, line up the decimals. So we have 14.23, 1.3, and 7. Remember, the decimal on the 7 is right after it. You can fill in these other spaces with zeros, but you have to line them up. 3 plus zeros is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 0 is 5. Decimal point. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. Regroup 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So the answer to that would be 22.53. This one here, we have 10. Decimal is after the 10. Minus 6.2. We're going to annex a 0 here so we can subtract from it. 0 minus 2 I can't do, so I have to borrow. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 6 is 3. And we have 0 there. Line up the decimals, so my answer is 3.8. Okay, multiplying decimals. Okay, this is what I want you to remember. The number of places behind the decimal in the answer is the total, capitalized total number from the problem, or from the factors. Let's do from the factors. Let's do two examples. Let's say we have 8 times 1.34, and let's have 0.6 times 0.78. Alright, easiest way to do it is put the one that has the bigger amount of digits on top. So I'm going to do 1.34 times 8. We're just going to treat it like a regular multiplication problem. 8 times 4 is 32. Regroup 3. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 3 is 27. Regroup 2. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. Now there are 2 places in the problem, so I'm going to have 2 places in my answer. My answer is 10.72. Okay, the one with more digits on top, so 0.78 times 0.6. 6 times 8 is 48. Regroup 4. 6 times 7 is 42. Plus 4 is 46. Regroup 4. 6 times 0. We're going to make this 1.6, I decided. Okay, let's make this 1.6. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. 0 placeholder. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 0 is 0. Add them up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. Regroup 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. And there are 1, 2, 3 places in my problem. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 places in my answer. Okay, division with decimals. Just remember, I want to divide by a whole number. If you want to divide by a whole number, you want to make your divisor so it is a whole number by moving the decimal. So example, let's say we have 1.68 divided by 1.69. 1.69 divided by 1.3. Okay, I put the first one inside the box. Divide by 1.3. Now I want to divide by a whole number. I want to move the decimal till I have a whole number. So if I move this one here, then I have to move this one as well. And it's going to go up here. So now I have 13. 13 goes into 16 one time. Minus 13 leaves me with 3. Bring down the 9. 13 goes into 39 3 times. Minus 39 gives me 0. So my answer would be 1.3. Okay, let's say we have 62 divided by 0.2. I want to divide by a whole number, so 62 goes inside the box. 0.2 outside the box. If I want to have a whole number, I need to move it to here, so I have 2. But my decimal on this number, remember annexing a 0? 2 goes into 6 3 times. Minus 6 gives me 0. Bring down the 2. 2 goes into 2 one time. Minus 2 gives me 0. I still have a 0 here. 2 goes into 0 0 times. Minus 0 gives me 0. Well, I'm at the end of my problem, so this would be 310. Now, why is this bigger than this? Because I'm sitting in a very small decimal number into 62, and it will go in 310 times. Okay, I want to do one more. I want to do 5 divided by 4. That means 5 goes in the box. I am dividing by a whole number. 4 goes into 5 one time. Minus 4, that would be a remainder 1, but if I want a decimal answer, I'm going to put on my decimal and annex a 0. It means there's a decimal up here as well. 5 minus 4 is 1. I'm going to keep going until I run out or I repeat. 4 goes into 10 2 times. Minus 8 gives me 2. Annex another 0. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Minus 20 gives me 0. So 5 divided by 4, my answer would be 1.25. Those are just some reminders when you're working with decimal numbers.